I have helped a guy who was 56 years old set this stuff up, and you're just like click.
That's insane.
You're like click over there, or just up to the right a little bit, so you're totally good.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're in your ads manager right now. See campaigns, ad events. Go to events manager. See what we got going on. I think David's coming to hang out. Yo, David. All right, so you already have
Hello?
your pixel. Hey, what's up, man? Do you already
I
have your
do.
pixel attached to your website? You have you set up your Facebook? Have you ever set up a Facebook ads manager before, David?
No,
All right, sick. Well, you're gonna learn how to do
never.
this
I've never
stuff.
touched
90% of people don't do this. Most of them just like the
Perfect.
business owner should have their own Facebook ads manager. They should own their own data. And we just talked to a guy yesterday, $1,500 a month in Facebook ads, and guys like, yeah, we don't have the Facebook account. And I'm like, that's great. So, all right, go on your. Do you have a
Mhm.
just build a completely new data set. Click Connect Data. Just walk you guys through from the beginning. So like this is pretty easy to get here. You just go to your ads manager, boom, you pop in. Your website events are not there. So go up to the top right, where your big long number. Like X that out. Yeah, you got to go there. Click on that. Go to your cactus one right there. Business ID.
I don't know if that's the right one.
It should let you go to one. It doesn't matter really which one you build it under, as long as you
Okay.
just have an ad account. There's really you could put it under Bob Joe Marketing.
No, this is it. Okay.
All right, so you already have your pixel. So there's multiple ways. Click the connect data again. It should let you into connecting a new pixel. Yeah, okay, cool. So you'll always do web in this one. The offline events, that's a thing where you can do offline conversions. So if you ever work with a business that transacts offline, you can connect that together right there so their offline transactions can match back to the online ads you're actually running. So if they don't
Mm-hmm.
convert like an e-commerce store, you can sometimes put that there and put that together and you can tie those two together. But they should have some third-party tracking. So click next on this. And then data set, just you can create a new data set. I would just create a new one, just build a brand new one. And then name it whatever you want to name it, just whatever your business is. Eric is back. I don't know who you are, Eric, but hello. And then you don't have to do categories. You can still click the drop down on that one. That just so you understand, like that one right there. If it's like economic financial
Oh yeah.
services, it'll yeah they did that a long time ago
Oops.
because real estate agents had a real easy time running ads to specifically people that had money. So just create that. And there's multiple ways people do this. I've done it like this forever. So same thing, it says choose the ad account you want to connect data set to. I mean, yeah, just connect it to that one. Next. Set up Metapixel. Yeah. No, I totally forgot to tell him about garlic. Sorry. Um, so on this one, right? So you can, uh, they have the setup with partner. You can use those integrations. I freaking hate them. I just add Metapixel to my website myself. Just click next. It'll give you your code, and then copy that code. And now in this case, you're hosted on WordPress.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
gotta log in through HostGator. It's kind
yeah,
of
yeah. No, no,
annoying.
you're good. Let me pause my side so nobody sees anything. So plugins on this one, just go to add plugin, and then just WP code. Where can I see
Code
the screen
snippets.
you're using? It's in our school community, in the sales community. So the one on the bottom right, blue one right there. Yep. Install, activate. You can see it on the, should be on the left side, code snippets down on the bottom left. And then boom, add new, top right. And then right there, add custom snippet.
This just goes into the head.
Yep, HTML snippet right there. You can close that, by the way. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to cancel you out of the call if you close my face off your screen. I always thought that would like end a call, so I never clicked it before. Too. I was like, it does nothing. Paste it there, and then always click that activate button because it'll just sit as
Right
inactive.
here.
So yep, activate, and then save. Boom, and then I go back to the ads manager. Hey, man. Yeah, we're gonna post this up in there for you guys, and then next. And then next, I just leave it. You can turn on advanced matching. You can do whatever. It'll say your pixel's set up. and then connect the API conversions. It'll recommend you create these. So Birch provides a toolbox. I don't even know what the fuck Birch is. Every time you set this up, there's some new company that'll tell you they'll do some sort of data thing to you. Click next on that. I'm going to see what it says with this. And then Birch not installed. Yeah, I couldn't tell you on Birch,
Yeah, whatever.
but yeah, it'll tell you Metapixel there. I just run to lead forms, man. So this says Birch provides a toolbox managing your ads performance data, comparing across results and campaigns. Yeah, pass. I'm not gonna look at it. But click continue
Yeah.
on this just to see, because it's probably gonna tell you to go set stuff up. Yeah, by continuing this. So you can go down this road if you want to go down that road. I don't ever go down those roads. For agencies, dude, you just run lead form advertisements and your ad copy is going to be your converter. You can click get started. I'm
Yeah.
actually curious where this sends us, because it's like when you sign up for a GoDaddy domain and then it starts making you build your GoDaddy
Upgrade.
website. So yeah, they want you to
Yeah,
upgrade a
fuck that.
subscription. Yeah, screw that.
Nah.
Yeah, continue with Metapixel. So you did that already. You just click copy code real quick and then save. So yeah, there, boom. Continue. It's like you didn't do it and then continue. All right, so now open up event setup tool. Let's make sure that it's on the website. Now this is
At
where you get,
events? Oh no.
yeah, at events. This is where you get into custom codes. So when you do
All right.
these for a person's website, think about customer journey of e-commerce, right? You run an ad, people have never heard of your fucking brand before. They see your ad, they click on your website, bam, that's your pixel page tracking. And then let's say they leave your website. Now that you have your pixel, you can retarget those people that have touched your website. You've been to my website once, I can
Oh
spend
man.
less money,
Yeah.
I can reach you again. And then my goal is to get you back to the website. And then you would have a person go look at your products that you sell. Bam, that's your second layer of your pixel. Now they can, okay, you've looked at my product, so clearly you're a person that's probably interested in this, or just an old grandma
Hmm.
that has access to a cell phone. It's 50-50 nowadays. And then
Yeah, I swear to
so
God.
that's how, when you're building your events, you're setting those up with the customer journey. So if it's like a general contractor, homepage views, sure. People looking at services, sure. People looking at projects that you've done before, definitely good. So put in your website
Yeah.
URL here. Yeah, you can sometimes do that. Doesn't matter. Hit add events. And this should open up it says, yeah, so grab your whole URL. It's probably the HTTPS crap. HTTPS:// and then this
What? Yeah, I
should
know. I know.
it should
I know
let
that's
it
my
go.
website. You
Yeah,
don't have to tell me.
go back to that. It should bring up the tool. Been having issues with this tool recently. Go back to the events manager and
Oh.
usually loads the tool and it says pixel isn't detected on the website. Yeah, sure. Do we save that snippet? Everything was taken care of over there. Edit the snippet, right side, update. And then it's there, it's connected, it's in the head, right? Yeah.
If that's where I put it, yeah.
Yep, HTML snippet. Make sure it's in the head. Go back. Scroll down, auto insert site-wide header. Yep, it's in the site-wide header. Oh, so much fun. This is why people never put their pixels or deal with this crap. You can integrate it. You can
Yeah.
use the integration to it. I don't like to just do it this way because you don't know what provider
Yeah.
somebody else is on. And if you don't do it this way, then you're like, I only know the other way. So yeah, go back to the events manager. Should let us in there. The pixel wasn't detected on this website. All right, go back to your website and then go to your pixel helper. So Chrome Store, download a plugin called Pixel Helper. You should probably have that. Yeah, just pin that one. You already have it.
Oh.
I already saw it. Got you. I stared at that thing so many times as the blue one. So go to your actual domain itself. It's not going to load out of the WP admin. Take notes. What do you mean take notes? Just join the course and watch the video. Or watch as a stranger in the distance. May the best entrepreneur win. School, join. All right, so the tail code, I always pay attention to tail codes here. That one's 6438. So let's go back to the events manager. And then just exit out of that stuff. Just screw that, get out of there. Go to your data sets. That's the little three circles down one right there. Okay, go to your data sets, and then we should see 2 here, or that one. Okay, so that's the first pixel right there added. Doesn't even look like the other one exists. Go back up to the other one, so right above data sets on the left side. Or click the drop down actually right next to first pixel. It should load the other ones. Your screen looks different than mine. Yeah, there's that one. So the red
Yeah, that's
connected
what I
starter.
made.
Yep, click on that one. That matches the 6438. Click the C instructions again. I don't know why it does this. Because you'll just have to probably exit out. So you did that already there. That's copied. That's embedded. That's the correct code that's on there. Just double check the one on your plugin on your website. And then just go there and then look at the scroll down a little bit. And it's 6438, so you're good there. Yep, go back to the events manager. And then cancel that. Cancel, confirm. Now in settings, right, could just go, so to get rid of that, on the left side over there, you see how it says 0% complete, click those three dots on the very far right. Very far right side where it says 0% complete, just don't show this again, because you clearly set up your Facebook pixel, it's clearly embedded on your website. Facebook just, and sometimes you genuinely just have to wait and let Facebook figure out whatever it just does in the background, and then sometimes if you click refresh, it solves the problem. So if you ever have a problem on Facebook Ads Manager, literally hitting the refresh button, like when you go add an email and you're like, what's going on over here? You hit the refresh button and then it solves the problem. But click settings in this case. And then on this page is where you can find your event setup tool. So if you scroll down, it'll be probably like right about there-ish, somewhere right in this area. Keep going. Event setup right there. So open the event setup tool again, try it again to see if it works through this way. And then if it doesn't work right here, we just pause and then we'll come back to that. You have the pixel on the site, it's tracking your data. It's not the end of the world. You're going to be running lead forms. It's not some huge big issue, but it should be loading. There you go. Okay. See,
okay.
So that's why I don't like Facebook, because, someone would have been like, it doesn't work when it does work. So now with tracking your buttons versus your URLs, if you have a form submission on your website, make sure that you create a custom thank you page. And don't track the buttons, don't track any of the other shit. That thank you page is how you know that someone became a lead. And just make sure that it's a no index page so people aren't accidentally clicking on it where it's screwing people that are useless. Sometimes people will sitemap your website in the background and go look at your stuff, like whatever, you're just going to get an ad that's stupid. So you can track buttons on the website, so you can track what people are doing. So in this case, you can add a layer if you want. People are already going to be added as your page view. So if you click track button, right, it should, yep, see how it pops up like GBP management, website, that stuff, start project.
Yeah.
Okay, so like if you click on start project, I always treat these as just e-commerce in general. You click on that? Yeah, okay, so select an event. And this is where if you're the marketer, you have to logically map this stuff out in your head, right? If someone clicks start project, I view those as initiate checkouts, and you can set these up. You can set these up however you want, but you're initiating the checkout of one of my services that are going to lead to money. And then if you have money values, it'll usually automatically pull those from here. If you don't, then just click confirm. And then boom. So you can go through and do that stuff. Just not going to take up the whole time to do that, but that's how you do that.
Yeah.
So let's go back and let's build the ad itself. This is, just click finish and click the sad face and then write a few. No. All right, cool. So then Birch. That's wild that they have some sort of subscription service in the background. I can only imagine how much money people are making off of that. How do you get there in life? Yeah, I want to add some subscription service you totally don't need. But
yeah.
All right. So left side, the calendar looking thing. It's campaigns. All right, let's make sure we're in the right one. Click that drop down on the top up there with the big number. And then make sure, boom, ad account. That's the one we have there. So boop, boop. That's the ad account. Looking good there. Click. So you got to verify this one. You could do that on your own. It's just your number, your email. So it's going to want you to eventually verify, but click off of this. And this is how we set up the ad. This is about how 90% of the ads you run for a local business are going to function. So click create. And we're going to have to build the lead form too. And then do you have a privacy policy on your website? This is where it's like fun. If you don't, I mean, you can ChatGPT one, let them know, hey, I'm setting up my Facebook pixel. Can you make a privacy policy based on this over here?
There we go.
All right, sweet, cool. So you got privacy policy. Okay, go there. So now for this one, it's leads. And then continue. And mine actually had an issue where when I would try to do a lead form, it forced me to like a $350 a day budget, and it would only let me run against a live video. It made absolutely no sense. But it says you no longer can choose campaign setup. Okay, cool. We're gonna do the manual options on these anyways. Always test. Click OK. You're fine, or just don't show this again. So rule of thumb when you build your ads, nobody can. I'm sure there's people out there that can tell you exactly what's going to work for you, and this is exactly how you do it. I will always test Facebook automatic placements versus just straight up on the wall. Like me saying, "Hi, my name is Josh. I run this company, business owners in city and state. This is my name. This is my business. This is my offer." And then I go and talk about my offer. That's what I do for every single one of them. This is, call out the business owners in, so it's business owner, and then you get like one word and where they're located. So that takes the person like, oh, this random wall of content that's probably completely irrelevant is now I'm a business owner and I live here. It's the only chance you get. You get like 2 seconds to catch a person's attention nowadays.
Yeah.
So you can name your campaign like whatever you want. It doesn't matter. This is just for you keeping track of your campaigns. And if you scale an ad account, you're going to want to have your own logic. So whatever works for you works for you. There's no requirement. Down here, so campaign objective, budget, automation. So now campaign budget versus ad set budget. I always do my campaign budgets, and I'll show you why in a second. I just like the control and capability of that. Once again, people all do them different. So budget, you can choose however much you want to spend on this. $25 a day is not a bad budget to spend. Start at. You should be able to get a lead in your first day or two. Like if you don't get a lead in 3 days, if you're going close to more than 75 to $100, then something's wrong with the ads. They're not working. I have never seen, except for maybe Phoenix and New York, where you're getting ads and people around $100, and $100 for someone to spend $1,500 a month. I personally don't care if my stuff hits $500. Like you're,
Yeah. You find out what works. It doesn't fucking matter.
yeah, yeah, and it's the same thing across tons of industries. Like I've seen detailers that do PPF, and they're getting leads between $47 and $400, and they're like, well, I don't care because that guy
Hmm.
has going to spend that guy's going to buy $14,000. So scroll down a little bit here, and then just always click these settings too as well, because sometimes they move stuff. So like show more settings right there. Click that one, right? And then nothing. You see how it does nothing, right? There's
Uh,
literally barely
yeah.
anything there. So it looks like it's something there, but not there. And then A/B testing. So scroll past this. If you're in a special ad category, put your special ad category. So usually you just leave this the same. Just pick your daily budget, hit the next button. Now, when you build your ads, if you're going to duplicate and test, so you make sure you set everything up the first time before you duplicate, because then you'll have to reset it all up again. So in this case, you would do ad set manual targeting. So name it manual targeting up on the top. And then down below that, just click the terms of service. Just accept your terms of service on your own page. That's always yeah. It'll oh, accept it. No, I didn't even don't read it. But
Yeah.
sometimes people do cost per result goals. Everybody has their own way of doing this. I've seen ad accounts that are 80, $90,000 a month. They're still the exact same. So Matt, you can do maximize number of leads. You can pick whatever performance goal you want. As long as I'm getting leads, that's the performance goal I want. So like, reach the number of people most likely to convert. You test these in your market. There's
Hmm.
no like there's people out there that'll tell you this setting, that setting, this setting, that setting. I just leave it as whatever. I run my ads, I get leads, I'm happy. I'm sure someone can optimize to give me a lead at $5 less, but I don't care about $5. So
Yeah.
you'll pick your instant forms, you'll pick that. And then with instant forms, you can click that drop down. And there's like website and instant forms. Me personally, I just do instant forms because after they fill out the form, they can go to the website. So boom, instant forms, and then scroll down. And then this should move us into, so if there's a catalogs are something you can build. When you get into like e-commerce, there's actual companies that have straight catalogs. Like you can build your catalog, but there's companies that have a software that pulls people's inventory for the catalogs. So you can do that for people that have e-commerce stores. It makes it really easy. It just pulls the information from their website and just puts it in your advertisement. So you're really never setting them up again. Now, the reason I do my campaign budget is if you go to that budget and scheduling right there. So see how that says ad spend limits? Okay. This is right there in the center of the screen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
No, you're good. You're good. So click on that. It should probably default to percentages because for some reason they click the set minimum and maximum. Now it'll always do percent value. I just use dollar value. It maps out easier in my brain.
Yeah,
Now let's say that we're running an ad and we're going to spend $100 on a campaign. Okay. If you do not set a minimum and you do multiple targetings, like we're about to do a manual targeting versus an automatic targeting, if we don't set a daily minimum, Facebook's just going to spend money wherever it seems like it's getting more interaction. Does not mean it's converting, does not mean it's making you money. Facebook's just going to push more money towards that one that seems like it's doing better. So if you don't put these minimums, you could have had a winning ad somewhere and Facebook just said, I'm not going to put any budget
yeah,
towards it. So you always force a minimum budget. And in this case, if you're doing 25, I'd put a minimum budget of probably 10. Yeah. And then I let Facebook kind of allocate that last little bit of money. Sometimes you can let it do it. Sometimes you don't let it do it. It's completely up to you. And then you don't set a maximum on this because you'll have a $10 minimum on this one, and then you'll have a $10 minimum on the other. 20 will be allocated. The other five will be kind of whatever. And that's a big thing that anytime I look at other people's ad accounts, I'm like, where's your ad spend minimums? Where's your budgeting? And we're not even done. We got to set an AI rule too. So on start date, it doesn't matter, 11:59 or 12. You pick. Literally bought a course on Facebook ads probably 6 months ago out of pure curiosity to see if anything changed. They run their ads 1 minute different than mine. I do 11:59. That's just me. They do theirs at midnight. And the reason you do it like this is because if you're saying doing a $50 a day budget and your ad optimizes and it's 7 p.m., Facebook's about to try to blast through your ad. And it's just going to give
yeah.
you we've experienced it just gets crappier results. So where an ad could have converted, it just started spewing stuff in random places and didn't. Now, that's pretty much it for that. I don't set end dates. I don't do these lifetime budgets or anything. I just manage my own ads. Now, for audiences, okay, this is where you get into your locality. All right, so click on locations real quick. And then now there's two ways to do locations, right? Type in a city, type in any city you're in. Pull up that, and then when you click these, sometimes you gotta be careful which one you click because they're somehow I don't understand their system, but it's gonna send you to some random place. All right, click that pin drop down right there for the 25 miles. Go up a little bit.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, you see how that only limits you? So scroll all the way to the left. They may have changed it. I don't think they did, but click on the little blue bar and go all the way to the left. Okay, see how it limits you to 10 miles? It's still the same. So see how you're at a 10-mile limit right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's a massive area to serve, right?
Yeah.
So go pick a business address in that city. And this is where when you get into running ads in a city, you want to so just type in another search location. So type in a business address in that city.
What about this
And
is like my actual town. This is where I
yeah, you can
live.
you can target that down to a 10 mile most likely, right? So just you could do that in a 10 mile. It might be still catching the outskirts of Charlotte and then Matthews and a whole bunch of other places. So you always just type in an address there just so you can see. Because when you do
Uh,
there there's three tiers to the targeting. There's city, which is 10 miles. There's address, which allows you to go within 1 mile.
oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's zip code targeting. So zip code targeting allows you to pick different zip codes within a city, which if you're running ads for a doctor, a chiropractor, or someone who's in a city, you would go find those zips and you would run the ads that are right there near those people. Because,
Yeah.
5 miles in Charlotte is you're on the highway or streets, that's not like a 2 minute drive. So that allows you to cut under that 10-mile radius. And then for these, I couldn't tell you where I have not ran marketing agency ads in Charlotte, North Carolina, so I can't tell you where your conversions are going to be from. Sometimes it's nice to run, outside of the cities too as well. So this is where it's just a testing game for you. You pick your targeting. You see how
Yeah.
you pick that one right there, and it just gave you nothing.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful when you pick these. I don't know their logic system to it. It did. I've picked a place that I thought was in a city and it sends me to like another state. And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. So when you pick these, you can exclude areas too as well. They used to have a setting that it was like people recently in or people living in. They got rid of all that stuff. So that's how you do your targeting. You can go mess with that stuff whenever you're building it. I would
Hmm.
probably I would probably choose some of the outskirt ones. Like if you want to do specifically in your town to be the person in your town, run those ads, walk in the door, talk to people. That's super big there because people see you on their phone and then they'll go watch your content and then they'll talk to you and it'll be like this whole thing for them. So I'd probably
Yeah.
keep that relatively short right there and then maybe just target, all those areas. And you're going to be able to tell where you get your conversions from. You'll see like, oh, lead per cost, that cost per lead. So then you can also add locations in bulk. You can go to ChatGPT and you can say, hey, give me a list of like rich zip codes or high income zip codes around this area, and you can target those places. That's another strategy too as well. You can get as creative as you want here with your targeting. Right?
Yeah.
When I set up my stuff for the Midwest Entrepreneur Win, I was targeting in the United States of America, and then I duplicated obviously my ads and my targeting, and then I ran them to other places outside of America that spoke English. So I did it inside, outside. Your cost and engagement outside of the US is cheaper than inside of the US. But that's how you do your targeting. And then the only other thing you can do is click drop pin, drop one, and then exclude. That's the only like the inclusion exclusion.
Hmm.
You can either drop the pin and click, and then it'll ask you whether or not you want to include or exclude, which apparently it doesn't do that. So click on the little include exclude, and then you would do exclude, and then you'd add your location. Normally you can click that drop down. There you go. There's your
Yeah.
exclude. So inclusion, exclusion, you just pick your places. Like if you don't run an ad over here, then boom. And that's like when you get into companies that have, like if they're a franchisor of a product that they don't own, they might have policies where they cannot run ads to people that are in a certain place or sell products in a certain area. So you would exclude a country, you'd exclude other areas just to make sure that that doesn't happen because those guys will get fined and you'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
But that's totally, I highly doubt people are going to come across that very often. 51 brain cell challenge. Yeah, Chucky, that makes sense. So yeah, exclude that stuff over there. And then you can click show more controls there too as well. And then scroll down a little bit. Bup, bup, bup.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, cool. So show more controls, right? This is your minimum age. I always raise my minimum age. I think it might be blocked at like 25 or some crap. Scroll up, it always kicks you around over there. Minimum age 25. Yeah, bam. And I don't understand why it's just, dude. So excludes, you can, so now after we set the minimum age, we're going to go to show suggestions for the include these custom audiences. Click that. And then, okay, see how they put a fucking minimum age 25 and then you could just suggest your age right there and you're actually able to
Hmm.
go higher than minimum age of 25. So me personally, once again, probably 30 plus, maybe 28 plus. You got to think, who are the business owners? What's the average age of the people that own the business? What am I targeting? And then pick that age demographic. So sometimes 27, 28, 29, 30, those are the people that are a little bit older. Genders, same thing as well. If you're running a male product, obviously men. If you're running a female product, females. Like I ran all my ads towards men because I'm like, sales pushing this. Obviously, it's just a little aggressive the way that I talk, might offend people. So I
Hmm.
targeted mine towards male, but you can use male and female, right? And then now for me, further limit the reach of your ads to the left, and then the very bottom one, and then continue. And then the use suggestions up there. So we got to fix the ages real quick. So click on that use suggestions. We'll reach beyond this if it's going to improve
Oh
performance.
yeah.
It's like they're going to send it to people and then you could get a lower cost, test it. Don't
Yeah.
take my word that it's going to work or not work. This is just these are very small nuanced things that you test. So the 65 plus, I'd probably move that down, maybe 60, because 65 plus, I mean, you're going to get freaking 70-year-old or something. But age
Yeah.
demographics, you can test those. You can determine who's doing what. Now, scroll down a little bit. So, custom audiences right there, that is for your pixel. And there's tons of them. Click on the new button there. There's tons of different custom audiences. Click custom audience. And I've tested lookalike audiences. I think they're the plague, but other people have tested lookalike audiences. You can buy data online for lookalike audiences, and even when they target zip code, it still outperforms these purchased audiences. So I don't. Some people do crazy stuff. We had a guy that was running Facebook ads for a long time, and I guess he was stealing money from a person. So a couple other people got on the ad account. I got invited into it. So I was like, why is this guy doing lookalike audiences when you're zip targeting for people with 5% income or winning, so it didn't make sense to me. But so on these, you have like your website source, which you can grab your website source and then you can pick, like click next on this one. This is where you get into more detailed type targets. So you can do
Yeah.
your website, you can, choose your pixel on here. Like you select your pixel, you can do click on all website visitors. You can pick which part, like visitors by, it gets into a
Jeez.
lot. Right, but you don't
Yeah.
really you don't have to stress over this stuff too much. These are like custom audiences for retargeting. Like you've initiated a checkout on my e-commerce store and you didn't buy anything, so I would build an initiate checkout retargeting ad and it will go to everybody that initiated checkout and didn't purchase. Because some people do
Hmm.
add stuff to a cart and then they know that people are going to run ads and then they know they're going to get a discount, so they just add to the cart to wait to see if they get a discount. Like that's there's
Yeah.
there's people out there that know this stuff. And I challenge you guys to do that too. Like add some stuff to a cart. Like if you go start playing around with like Gymshark's website, all those guys, you'll see how this stuff functions. So just back out of that. And one of my more favorite ones are the video ones. So those video meta sources right there are how you start developing your kind of smaller audiences, your bigger audiences. So if you put a
Oh yeah.
yeah, if you put a video online, right, this is where a lot of people don't do these advertisements. It just makes no sense. Like Facebook ads are so powerful that every business should be using them, and I think the only reason people don't is because they never had somebody teach them this. Like you could post a video and you could know who watched all of it, and you know that they're like I post a 10-minute video and you watch 95% of my video, I know you're interested. So I could literally pick, like if you choose 95%, just click that. Like if you click that and then click select videos, right? So if you've ever posted a video, you can see, and then you'll have to obviously look, but you can pick off of these videos who watched what percent of it. So
Oh,
that's
this is.
yeah,
Well,
it's a nice deeper targeting. So you can get into finding out what other
wow.
people are doing, and then you can, I know that you watched my video. And when you set up your columns, you'll be able to see when you run your ads what percent of people are watching the videos. So and that's
So
like
this video right here,
yeah.
this was an ad that I ran, and I got to 2,493 second views.
Yeah. So you
Like that
could
could that would be something I could run like a lookalike audits pretty much or something.
you would use it to so you would run your video ad introducing yourself to people. And if you really wanted to get, really specific with it, you'd run a retargeting ad into the video view percentage of the ad that you're running right now for people. So it's where that's how you would set it up. It would be a video of me introducing myself and company, blah, 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 an 8-minute long video. Inside of the ads manager, you
Yeah.
can see what percent people have watched of that exact video. And then you build a custom audience against that video. So
Yeah, that's level two.
yeah, that's level 2. So we're down
I'll
at level 1
stick to
right now. We'll just get the ad going. Like I just want you to see
Yeah.
this stuff because some
Yeah.
I've talked to so many people, man, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know any of this." Like, and you can charge a person, dude. I've seen people get charged $6,000 and they had to go buy some other course and because they didn't know how to build ads. And those are these 18-year-old millionaire people, and they're just peddling BS. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying everyone is, but yeah, I've talked to some people and I'm like, oh, you're paying that guy? Yeah, I've seen that guy's reel before, and it's just some just
Yeah.
botched website. So click cancel on there, and that's just your custom audiences. If you ever want to build them, set them up, create them, that's those. So then, and you can target anything. Now,
How did I
detailed
get to that?
custom audiences right there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
and then like
Where it says custom audience.
exclusions are sometimes when you run an ad to reach new people, you exclude your website. So
Mm.
I don't want people that touched my website to see this ad again. So you're preventing people that have
Oh
already
man.
interacted. Boom. So now next up
Yeah.
is your detailed targeting. So and for me, I've always 100% had success with one target, and it is business page admins. It is just
Yeah.
literally just business page
I've
admins.
used that a few
That is the
times.
that is the only one I use. It's just business page admin, boom. If you're like you could like Facebook page admins, cool, business page admins, awesome. Like you can test between the two. Maybe for some reason people classified themselves as Facebook page admin, but for me, I've always used business page admins. I get my leads for between $30 and $50. Is exactly how I set mine up. It's just dependent on area too as well. Like, you call in one place versus another place. Some people are going to be completely different. Now you can scroll down. I don't mess with languages on here. I don't do any of that stuff. And then placements. Okay, this is where manual versus automatic. So you could leave your first one automatic. Just leave this as automatic targeting. Scroll up to the top, change the name.
Wait,
All the
repeat
way to the
that.
top. Yeah, scroll up all the way to the top. Name it automatic. We're not going to change the targeting yet. Just name that one auto. Like, yeah, auto targeting. Yep, perfect, auto. Let's scroll to the bottom. So now we have our daily ad spend, all that other stuff. We have our placements, we have our ages, we have our, now scroll down for placements right here. So this is where show more settings. They love to just put a button in a random spot. Now you can get down to device signatures. You can have that Google Analytics. You can look at what people are doing. So now for platforms, right, audience network, placement controls, skippable ads included. So for placement controls, hover over top of that because you can edit it. And some people they'll never hover over top, and I'm like, oh, you added that. So now me personally, since it's an auto one, leave it auto, but we're going to build a manual one too as well. And then we're going to test some of the manual targeting. And people, there's debate in the industry. Once again, don't take my word for it. Don't take anybody else's word for it. Run your own ads and test it out. And then once you get that answer, you have the answer because once again, anybody can say anything works, this, that, the other thing. I've tested $5 million in Facebook ads. Okay, great. When you click on feeds, drop that down. So when we set up the other ad, right, I turn off everything except the Facebook feed, but we're gonna leave this one as auto for right now. I'll like you could turn off the Facebook feed and Instagram feed, and then the ads won't compete against each other in the auction. So let's go over to the new leads ad. So next, so just hit next. Scroll down to the very bottom. Boop.
So we're working on an ad set, right? And now this is an ad of that ad set.
Yep, that was your ad set, which is your targeting. So the first file level is your goal. I want more leads. If it's sales tied to income, then sales. So there's a number that tracks the sales, but I want more leads. And then you're targeting where you want your leads, what you want to target, who are they? That's your targeting of, who am I sending my ad to? And then now we're on the level of what ad am I sending to those people?
Yeah. Okay.
So, and in this case, like you can leave your Instagram profile on there. I actually got banned. I got banned twice so far.
On Instagram?
Yeah, dude. I created the content. Just I posted the same video I posted before, where some lady lied about $1,000, and I called the business owner, and they're like, "I've never heard of her before," and I posted that, and that account got taken down. So I just appealed one of them and got it back, but it was sad. It was ripping real hard. And so now Facebook page, Instagram, good to go there. It says terms of service not accepted. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We already accepted that. Refresh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, you're fine. It's totally, yep, it's going to save. They'll always draft, and they only draft inside of your ads manager, so you can't see other people's drafts. And then, boom. And then click that arrow in the top right. It still looks like it's floating there. Does it say go down? You'll see it. You'll see it once you click off that. Just click away from that. Like click the top button, yeah, boom, right there. What's that arrow? You see the little arrow, the red one right there on the top right, right there. Your ad won't deliver. Yeah, okay, so placement. So you see how it told us we didn't accept our terms of service?
Hold on, timeout. What's up? Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry, what?
Hello. No, you're good. Hey, stranger. So you see how it said we had a terms of service error, but we didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it said you haven't accepted your terms of service on there. That's why when you refresh, it's just like, oh, we don't actually have a problem. So now, for ad set creative, so scroll down, you have options right now to add creative, right? Like my strategy I'm using for this course is just posts. If a post seems like it does good, and I just chuck a couple bucks behind it, let it run, put it into different markets. The multi-advertiser, whether or not you want to advertise on other platforms versus this platform, once again, debatable. If it works, it doesn't work. It's just those are the things you test. And now, so for this one, single image and video, right? Let's create the form. So that would be you'll choose your single image and video. You can do your carousel. I can't tell you what ad that you run's going to convert. I know the ones that I do have converted for other people, which is I say business owners in a city and state. This is my name. This is my business, and here's how I can help you. We're looking for one
I'll
business
probably do a
per,
video.
yeah, we're looking for one business per niche in a 50-mile radius, and here's what we want to help you with. And then I just literally go through Google and start showing people like, here could be your business or your competitor. And when I click on their website, their Google profile is not optimized. They're not doing updates. The H tag structure's off. They don't have a sitemap. The service pages aren't there. So this is a race that I don't think people know exists. And then boom. So like I can explain that to you, but click on the instant form, create form. This is where our privacy policy comes into play, and we're not even done. We're about 60% done. So now I always go for, you could do more volume, higher intent, make people SMS verify. You do whatever you want. I just go volume and then
Okay.
manual for flexible for delivery. Like you can, or just leave it optimized. It doesn't even matter. Like you can, background image will be removed, do whatever. Just leave it as optimized in this case, just because it'll be easier because it'll make you reset an image, all this other stuff. So then click next. And then in this case, like headline, thanks for your interest or look forward to working with you. You can write anything here. There's no special, like, hi, my name's Leland. I look forward to helping you. Look forward to working with you. What I would put here is actually, please fill out something along the lines of a free audit. So please click continue down below to fill out your information for the free audit. And it might be too many words. Please click continue down below and then add additional information. Please click continue down below to access the free audit. That is, you pick whatever you want there. Boom, perfect.
I'm
Please
not trying
click
to
continue down
recreate the
below.
wheel, so I'm just going with whatever you.
Yeah,
say.
yeah, just because it's always about getting a free audit.
Fucking, I'm dyslexic. Right.
It's okay, I can't spell either. People will comment on my post saying I can't spell, and I'm like, I didn't spell on purpose.
Yeah.
Click next. Yeah, dude, that's actually a real thing. I was gonna post about it, but I was like, you find a person who's angry and you comment back to them, and then you just let them take the moral high road where they feel like you're the not smart one, and then they just sit there and say stuff to you and say stuff to you, and it actually reduces your cost per acquisition. Yeah. Yeah, like if you go to some of my posts, bro, you'll just see me fucking write nonsense back to people. I'm like, oh man, I'm running an ad for this, and it's decreasing the actual cost to get a person to come to my Facebook page. So you can kind of write whatever you want there. You can write
Do I need
human
to do something here?
dude, just write anything. It's, continue down below for your free audit. And then write thank you or anything. Just thank you. Continue below. You can just write I'd write thank you.
Okay.
Burp. Thank you. Boom. All right. Next. And then now for these, okay, so we want the email, the name, the phone number, and the website. So it's already there. It's nice how they actually put that. Don't leave that optional. Require that because emails are usually useless. You want those to actually be there. What does it say? Let people know the information they give you and how it'll be shared. Oh, so all of your information will be protected and not shared.
Protected and not shared. Your information will be sold
To the lowest bidder.
to the lowest bidder. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, haha, you guys thought it's going to the lowest bidder. So
Yeah.
that's that. Scroll down a little bit. I don't think they put anything else on there. I can't see your form now. So that's just same
Yeah.
thing, a little disclaimer. Then it's going to ask you to do your privacy policy next. So then click the next on there. You can see the pre-fill information. So then it'll be like a privacy policy. People aren't really going to engage with that. Throw your link in there for your privacy policy. And then double check it and make sure that it has talk of Facebook on there. So it's not a big
I
deal.
don't think it does.
Yeah. So just ChatGPT, rewrite it, let it know you're going to be running Facebook ads. I want to make sure the privacy policy is here. Go to Grant Cardone's website real quick. There's that plugin on there. I think it's a paid plugin. If you really want to worry about cookies on your website, give it like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. His plugin should pop up right there. So there's your consent. That's a Elementor plugin. So click on that right there. They're probably not paying for it because click on that. Yeah, David, that's on Grant Cardone's website. So just click on that, and then this is one of your banners. So then I think it's a free one. I'm not 100% sure. Once again, I've never used it. Other people have never used it. It's just one of those, like maybe in the UK, it's a little bit more if you run ads nationally. So that's a cookie consent. You can add that on your own website. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And then
I'll do it another
I like
time.
that cookie consent. Go back to that. Go back to his website real quick. I like his cookie consent because you have to click on the don't sell and share my personal information. And then, because normally they're like confirm deny button, so click on that. And then you have to click on that. So it's more steps to make a person like not do it. So boom. And then save preference there. So it's nicer than the one where they just click, oh, deny. Deny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then boom, right there, click submit or click next, sorry. And then in the ending, I think it'll push people to your website. Yeah, thank you. You're all set. Go to the website. And then for this one, like, thanks, you're all set. Would love you to, would love to connect. In this case, I'll always write like we have a training that can teach you some awesome stuff about your business on our website. And to remove the we connect. Just in this case, you just want to be personal, write what feels best for you. But it's for me, I'm like, we have a training on our website that you're welcome to watch that'll teach you more while you're waiting for us to reach out to you. Or in this case, thanks, you're all set. Look for it, hear back from us in X amount of days. This is what you're optimizing for. If you have a good solid training on your website, boom. If you don't, you'll hear back from us in 1 to 3 business days. Just give them like a set expectation on their turnaround time.
Yeah.
Yep, 48 hours. And then go to website, and then we usually link it to the website. And that's the end. Not the end though, but that's the end of that.
Of the form.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Call to action. Blah,
And
blah, blah,
then
blah, blah,
boom,
blah, blah.
create form.
Great form.
Yep.
Great form. Form created.
And you can play around. I've seen people play around with forms that still get conversions. They could, where it says visit website, you can write something kind of funny there. See pics, see booty pics here or something.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want, man. It's marketing.
Yeah.
Attention's money at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
you can chat with leads from an instant form, so it'll open up a messenger with them. Really doesn't matter for me if someone puts their information in. I'm going to call them and talk to them anyways. That's always the conversation I'm going to have. But it'll say, chat with leads from instant form. After a lead submits the instant form and agrees to receive message from you, like it just adds an extra layer in there. Couldn't tell you if it's going to cause resistance or not. You have to test that in your market. And then now it becomes, so scroll down. What'll be left is your creative that you have to create. And then your
Yeah.
tracking's connected to your pixel. So what you have left to do is create your creative. And then once you build your creative, then you duplicate your ad. So you build your creatives that you want to test. So you can, record those. Like we could pause it here, but this is pretty much where now you need to apply your content to it. But you build your creatives. And for me, sometimes I'll test brown hat, blue hat, red hat, green hat, white hat. I'll test starting with this word, starting with that word, starting with this word. Business owners in Phoenix, business owners in Gilbert, business owners, and isolating the entire city versus a part of the city. Find out which one works.
Yeah.
What do I think of websites made on Go High Level? Yeah, you keep doing that. But so build your creatives, and then after you have your creatives done, you would build one and then duplicate it. If you want to change your ad copy, you can change your ad copy. And then, so go back into that real quick though, because there's one other thing I got to show you. So now, just X top left. So top left red, okay, just X out the little green bar on the left. So all the way on the left up to the top with the X. Oh, right there.
Hey.
Boom. Yep. And then now, whenever you just close. Yeah, it's like it'll trick you. You sure you don't want to spend money right now? You're like, no. All right, so now here's the fun part, right? So see next to preview that more button on the top bar.
There's a lot of buttons.
You got create, publish, duplicate, edit, preview right in the center of the screen.
Yeah.
Yep, all the way to the right. Click that more drop down. All right, and then now create new rule. And this is where like I'll make more modules on this stuff for you guys, but it's when you manage bigger accounts and there's lots of creatives, like when you meet a business owner that does create content and is willing to support you as a marketer, you're going to have so many fucking creatives, you're not even going to be able to deal with all of them. So in here, so click create role. So hit next. And dude, I've seen ad accounts of companies that make millions and no one created the rules. And that's actually one of the reasons why this guy got fired, because he's like, well, why do we have ads that are just running rampant and converting at shit prices? So in here with role names, this is how you can auto scale and auto prevent yourself from having losses. It's basically like going into the stock market and saying, go make me more money on these. This is literally what Facebook ads are at its core, just marketing. It's, you can go to a stock market and give yourself fucking stocks, or you can set a fucking stop loss inside of fucking here. This is literally what this is in stocks. This is your stop loss. So you could name it stop loss, and then you could apply it to every ad. This is once you know how much your ads are kind of giving you leads for. Like once you have a better understanding, my leads convert at X cost, or if I have an e-commerce store and I need my actual ads to convert at X cost because I cannot afford to sell an item at this cost over here because then I'm losing money. Like there's numbers that you have that you need to be at. So on this one, all active ad sets, and then you can select the action there, and then you can set this to turn off the ads. Send a notification letting you know. You can build them however you want. Once again, it's completely up to you. And then click on spent. And then for this one, it comes down to cost per results. And then I don't think there's lead on here. It should be just cost per result. Click on that one. There, setting. So nope, go back. Go down. So results over here. I don't think they plugged the lead one in. So cost per website conversions, another one you can use as well. Just making sure the leads one's not there. Might be sitting there. Offline conversions, cost per that. So like there's your conversions for your website. So leads right there, Metapixel. So leads, it should still fire under that one for you if you set it up the way you set it up, and then just test it too as well. Like you'll know immediately if it fires or not, and it's always just test this stuff. And then if lead pixel, so if it's greater than, and then you understand your actual price, so you can write $50, $25, whatever price you want, whatever price you believe you need to be
per
at.
lead.
Yeah, and then if it goes above that, it'll just automatically turn it off. And that's when you get into ads where you're spending 100, 200, 500, 1,000, because if you go step away from your ads just fucking run and you wasted 300, 400 bucks. And that's when you get into the higher ones. And then click those three buttons next to it. Oh, they actually moved it off. No. They added I think the impressions, click back on it. They used to have an impressions cap that was added to it. No, it's cool. Nice. They moved it. So there used to be an impressions cap. It's still on some people's ad accounts. I don't understand how some people have different views, but they're usually, when you create these, like you just click wherever. It would give you a little burger, a little fucking alligator mouth with 8,000 impressions. So it would literally wait for your ad to get 8,000 impressions before it would even implement the rule. And by that point in time, 8,000 impressions on a retargeting advertisement, that it's going to run for a while before it gets 8,000 impressions. And then for this one, you can time range them. You can have it continuously check the ad every 30 to 60 minutes to see what's going on. You can set your custom, but I would not stress over any of that right now. That is just a thing to be aware of that I have consistently found people not touching. Like, how much do you want to lead for? Well, we want to lead for this price right here. Going above that is just, I mean, we might as well just put more money in Thumbtack. We might as well just put more money in Angie's. We might as well just put more money in Google Ads. So you might get a client that says that they want a lead at a specific price, and boom, sometimes leads above that price are still good leads, right? That's more of a, OCD kind of, you're spending a lot of money, e-commerce route. We don't want them to be above this amount. We're testing, 50 different creatives. So get your creatives together, and then let me know when you got your creatives together, and then we can go in and finish that. But all we really have left to do is duplicate. So add the creatives, duplicate them, maybe make like 2-3 videos. It's usually 1 or 2 of them going to work. I make one video because I just fucking pitch the same thing. And I'm like, we're working with, and sometimes I highlight a company, my name, that business owners in city and state. This is my name. Here's my company. Here's who we're working with, and we're looking for one other business per niche outside of this niche. So I highlight a client's website, and then I just start teaching people stuff.
Yeah.
Period.
Then they audits and shit.
Yeah, and then when they reach out, boom, audit. So
Damn.
get the creatives together. We'll do those, and then all we do is we're going to duplicate our auto targeting to manual targeting, and then we're going to take our manual targeting, and then we're just going to do Facebook newsfeed. Boom.
All right. That was a lot.
You guys get all that?
Yeah. Can you start back from the top? Yeah.
I
wish I had this recorded.
I got it recorded. I'm going to post it in the school for you guys.
Oh, cool. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And it just comes down to ad copy. Like I've ran ads in Montana versus like Las Vegas, and Las Vegas it's like $102 in Las Vegas, and I was like, ugh, that's gross.
Yeah.
So you don't always have to run them. You can run them locally. Locally works great always. Let people know, like business owners in the city and state. My name is this, and I run a local marketing agency. Like the locality, people like that stuff. But you can test anywhere. I couldn't tell you. There's so many pockets and so many random cities that just have a butt ton of money, and you would have never guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, David, this will be recorded, so when you do set up your stuff, you do the same thing. And then you can, if you want to do like a door knocking approach where you go introduce yourself to people and you manually get them to find your website, you just run a retargeting ad from your website. So always at a minimum, build a retargeting ad, which I'll show you guys, but just always have a retargeting ad running from your website to just meet new people. Sometimes people are really slow. They're like, oh, I'm in a contract right now. I'm going to get getting out of it soon. They're going to take their time. They're going to consistently see you. So they want to make that decision, but it just takes them time. That's pretty much it.
Cool.
Dude,
I had yeah.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I just had a crazy fucking story. So remember the All About Tile guy that we were looking at last night? He's like, oh, he fixed those changes that I sent him on the video. All right. So I sent that video. That was the first video I sent him. He sent it to the marketing company. Marketing company implemented all the changes. I was like, fuck it, your website's so horrible. I'll say, here's another video of another 10 issues. That's wrong. This is blah, 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 blah. I sent that video this morning. 5 hours later, same thing. He sent it to the marketing. All the things are changed. So I'll call him like, hey, dude, like your marketing company is scrambling, doing whatever the fuck I say. And like, I've only sent you 2 10-minute videos. So I'm trying to I'm chasing him down. I'm working that dude like crazy.
Yeah. What did he answer?
That's kind of annoying. I mean, he called me. I sent him a voice memo. I was like, hey, man, like, just talk to me, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to keep educating your shitty marketing company. Then he called me, and, like, we were starting to talk. I was like, oh, I'm getting another call. Like, I'll call you back here in a second.
Yeah, man, it's just time.
I haven't talked to him.
That's good. We're like, dude, your marketing agency's taking my advice right now. They
literally his website is 1,000 times better after I sent him his audit videos. Like his website might actually rank just from 2 fucking 10-minute videos that I sent. And like, I'm like, dude, just fucking talk to me.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's why content's really powerful, because like just even myself with the content that I create, I had someone reach out to me this morning that was working with somebody, and yeah, they're extremely unhappy. They're like $20,000 in the hole. They did a better job doing the website themselves than the person they hired, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, dude, it's everywhere. That's why I tell you guys, there's just morals equal money. There's so many people that I don't know what they're doing, but it's just I'm like, why am I always talking to business owners that are working with somebody that doesn't know what they're doing?
Yeah.
So cool. This video is probably going to time out here. It's got like 2 minutes left on the call. So yeah, just message me if you guys need me. Just message me in school or something. So
thank you, sir.
Peace. See you.
See you, David.
Bye. See you, David. Message me. All right, y'all. That was a Facebook ads setup. That's how you do it. 90% of the people I've ever seen run Facebook ads. Just go look at a website, go to their Facebook page, go to their ads manager, and watch them run ads with no pixel, and you're just like, what? Out of all things you could have done, you did the one thing that you should never do. So see y'all in the next video. Have a beautiful day. We'll show you some more ads whenever he's ready to build more of his ads. Bye.